Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on competitive multiplayer with Daggerwin. Right, so just finishing off this field, this is the one we left off with last time. This is the last oat field that we've got, and we've now moved forward to August, which means we've got even more crops ready to harvest today. Yes, another extremely busy day of harvesting, but at the moment the forecast is looking reasonably good. Not sunny, but it's not showing rain, which is a very positive sign, which means we actually might get all of the fields potentially harvested without having to buy a second combine, which would be excellent. It would save me a lot of money. I know it's fun to have more combines, but yeah, it's not financially the best decision to make unless I absolutely have to, because it will cost me quite a lot and it will depreciate a small amount before we sell it again. So yeah, it would be good to not have to buy one. So I'm going to crack on straight away and get it onto the next field. Just a tiny bit more that it's trying to do here, but that's nothing really, and then we're done. Good. Right, we are done, so I will get this final bit unloaded into the trailer. That will go to one of the mills for processing into flour, and then I will move, I'll move the combine first actually to the next field, before we take this load to the mill. The next field is a sorghum field, which is just down the road, not too far away at all. And then we've got a big wheat field, which is the field that we combined into two. Well, there was two kind of parts to the field, the grass field and the arable field, and we combine them into one. So that one also needs doing today. The rest of them I think are all sunflowers, which are not ready yet. As you can see, there's one in front of me, that is actually Daggerwin's field, but that's the same stage mine are at, so they're still flowering and they're not ready to harvest yet. So that's actually a good thing, because it gives me more time, because there's no way I'd get all them done today as well. It's going to be a struggle to get these two done, but I think we might just about do it. We might just about get these two fields harvested today, as long as it doesn't rain. This is my field coming up on the right hand side. This is my sorghum field, so I'll get this in through the gateway and then just get the helpers to make a start on that. Looks like Daggerwin is over there in his yard because I can see flashing lights. That's where his mill is. Yep, he's coming out with the trailer, so he's going to be going to his combine, I should think. He must be harvesting somewhere else today. So I'll go in here, this is my field, get the header unfolding again, and make a start on this. I'll see if it will just go from here. I'll press H and get the helper to do that. Meanwhile, I'll go back to this tractor and we'll take this load of oats to my mill for processing into flour. Don't know whether there'll be room in it. I think there will be actually, because we've rested overnight, so I think this might all just about fit. There's a 25,000 litre capacity I think in that mill. We've got 20,000 litres here, so I think it should all fit, but we'll see. If it doesn't quite all fit, we'll have to go to a different mill. But yeah, I'll take this to the mill near to the Cooper production. That's the one I'm using for flour for the oats, I think, at the moment. It's a bit confusing because I've got two mills running and I forget which one's got which, but yeah, I'll go to that one and then come back to the combine and get that unloaded, because I should think it will be probably full by the time I get back. It's a bit of a drive, so yeah, I'll go and do that and then see how it's getting on when I get back. We've also got the mowing to finish as well, which I have just stopped because it keeps crashing into the poles. There's two poles in that grass field that I bought last time, and for some reason the helper keeps finding them and crashing into them and getting stuck. It's done it a few times now, so I've just stopped that now, and I'll just finish that off on my own in a bit when I've finished sorting out the combine. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Okay, so that massive new grass field that we bought is now all mowed, and it's time to get it baled. So again, another very big job, and unfortunately I can't use the helper for this. This is going to have to be done manually, which is going to take me quite a while, considering I have to keep leaving off to get on with other things like doing the combine. So yes, it's not going to be the easiest job to do this, but I will do my best. I've forgotten what the width of those mowers was. I think it was 10. Was it around 10 meters? Doesn't look too far off that. I probably should check that to make sure it is right, but as long as it's in the swath, that's the most important thing. It doesn't probably matter if it's slightly out, but yeah, 10 meters seems to look pretty good, so I'll stick with that for the time being. I should think the combine will probably need unloading again though fairly soon. I don't ever get much chance to do anything until the combine's full again, so I just need to keep my eye on the top right hand side. I keep missing it when it says it's nearly full. I'm always missing that, so it's difficult to keep on top of it, but I'll do my best. I can check on the mini-map as well to see if it's still moving, which it is at the moment, but I should think it is almost full, so I will just check that before we go too far. Yes, 74%, and it's the auger's on the correct side at the moment, which means it's going to be on the wrong side in a second. Yes. Is it going to get back down to this corner though? That's the question. I don't know. I think it will do. 74 is not too bad. It's not like it's on 94%, so I'll give it a bit of time to get down here again and then go and unload it. But yeah, as you can see, all the field is cut, so that's excellent. That's all been done on a helper apart from that last little bit there, and you can see that it's a different colour because this all regrew overnight since we mowed it. The overnight growth has come, so it's a bit longer this bit, but the rest of it is all short there where I've just been mowing it today. So it's pretty obvious where I've been today. It's a significant difference in colour, but never mind, it's not actually going to make a difference as for anything. And by the time I come to wrap these, I don't think I'm going to get a chance to wrap these today either, so by the time I come to wrap these it'll be probably fully grown, this grass field again, and ready for another cut. And I won't have even wrapped the first load of bales. This is the problem with doing such massive fields and having all this other stuff going on in the background. I also need to keep on top of other productions as well, like the sawmills and stuff. Speaking of which, I probably should... people kept suggesting maybe changing the sawmills... we're out of wood in that sawmill anyway, but yeah, changing that from... Which one was it? Distributing to... I want to keep it. Distributing to selling. Oh, where have we gone? Oh dear. We've gone through the hedge, oh dear. And now the combine will be full. But yeah, I've changed the short planks from distributing to the Cooper to selling because I don't want the Cooper to end up with a load of planks in it when we come to end the series. Just see how full that is. Yeah, we'll keep that out finished for now. We can always restart it again. Oh, no, I missed the opportunity to unload. We can always restart the Cooper production again, or the distributing to the Cooper production again, if we get to the stage where it runs out of wood. But I think at the moment I'll just keep it off because I want to keep it with a relatively small amount of wood in it, just so we don't end up losing a load of wood in the Cooper if we have to sell it at the end of the series. That's my thinking behind that. Anyway, enough of that, let's get on again with the harvesting. This looks like it's going to have to be taken to one of the mills for processing, because I should think this is going to be full and there won't be enough space in this trailer to fit all of this field in, looking at how full it is now. So I'll take this load now, whatever it ends up with. It might even be 100%, but yeah, I'll take this to the mill, get that processing, and then come back again and then resume the baling again. Okay, so we moved on to the next field now. This is a wheat field, and it's my final grain crop that I've got in the ground. So we're going to trail the straw on this one as well. We'll get that baled at some point in the future, maybe, possibly, if we have time. Because it's a bit of a struggle at the moment. But yeah, I think the combine might get back to this point, so I'm going to just move out of the way here and then let it come back to here, and hopefully it'll turn around and go the other way around the field then, and then the auger will be on the correct side, because it does insist on going around with the auger on the inside for some reason. I don't know why that happens, but it does seem to do that. But I'll just leave that for a minute and just get on with that while I go back to the baling for a very brief amount of time, probably. Just do a bit more baling. At some point we are going to finish baling this field, I hope. It's just nothing happens very quickly because it's so massive. It just take a very long time to get around, even just on the first headland. It just takes so long. But I will hopefully get this field all baled and then wrapped as well at some point. And then when we do eventually get all that done, there will be a lot of bales to move and sell, and hopefully it'll be worth a lot of money for silage. But time will tell. We have got until probably March next year to do all this, so there's no massive rush. Well, there is to get it baled and mowed, because the grass probably will stop growing in the winter, but once it's baled, it doesn't really matter about how long it takes to get wrapped, as long as it's done before the end of the series so that it ferments in time. But yeah, we'll do that, it's fine. Just does take a bit of time. This is interesting, that's a straight line on my swath, but for some reason it goes in on the GPS. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh well, got it all. Anyway, yes, so I'll continue with a bit of baling and then go and unload the combine, which will be very soon, and then come back to the baling again for more. And this wheat probably will be going into the mill as well for processing into flour, because the bakery isn't that full at the moment. Let's just quickly look at the bakery. Oh, it's going up now. We've got quite a few productions going, but yeah, it was down at about 6,000, but it's now up to 26,900. So yeah, but that apparently uses around 10,000 litres a day, or a month if you want to look at it like that. So yeah, that's fine. That's only like 3 months worth in there, so that's fine. Because we've got quite a few more than 3 months left of the series. So yeah, I'll keep going with the flour production, going to the bakery, and then make the most of that production. Anyway, I think that combine's almost back to the start now. So where is it? Oh yeah. Perfect timing. So it's just got to the end. Hopefully it's going to turn around and go the other way, and I can get it unloaded going around the other way. That would be ideal. I really hope it does that, but we'll see. Well, I'm absolutely flat out trying to keep on top of everything, but yeah, I've just taken the first load of wheat from this field, and it'd be good to try and unload this combine before it gets to the end, but I don't think I'm going to get there in time. 'Cause it's probably nearly full again. Wheat is one of the highest yielding crops in the game, so it certainly will be almost full, I would imagine. Oh, no, not as bad as I thought, but yeah, I'm trying to unload this now, so I don't have to hang around and wait for it to go back up the field again. I'll just try and get it empty at this end, and then park the trailer up and go back to the mowing, or the baling, sorry, the baling again, because we've done the headlands now on the grass field. We're starting to work up and down. Unfortunately, the GPS lines don't really line up with the mowing lines. I don't know how that's happened, but even though I'm set to the correct working width, the lines don't seem to correspond with each other very well, so I'm going to have to try and drive by hand, I think. It's not impossible, it just makes it harder work and slower slightly, but anyway, yeah, the combine's going to continue with that. Quite a lot more of the field to do, so there's going to be at least another full load, probably 2 more full loads of wheat off this field, and then it still needs baling at some point. Certainly not today though. Right, here we go. So yeah, back to the baling. I've done a reasonable amount, but certainly not even near half of it. There's still loads more to do, and yeah, I might as well turn these lines off because they don't. Well, I don't know what's going on with these lines. They don't line up at all, even though the GPS is set, or was set to the correct working width of the mowers, which was 9.4. It doesn't. The mower was going at angles. Look, you can see how the swaths are not even straight, whereas my lines, it's giving me a straight. So yeah, that's a bit odd. Don't know whether they turn at this end of the field or not, but it doesn't look like they will. No. Okay, so I'll have to just give up with the lines, I think, and go back to just manually steering, which I can do by going back to AI Worker. There we go. Okay, so I will continue again on another time lapse, and hopefully next time I come back to you the wheat harvest will be finished, but we'll see. Okay, that's the wheat field done. I don't think we're going to need this header again, actually, this series, because there are no more arable crops or combinable crops of that sort left in the ground for me. I've only got field 16 and field 73 still growing, which are both sunflower fields and will require a different header. So yeah, there's no need for me to keep this header anymore. I'm going to go and sell it. So here we are at the shop. I'll repair the combine though, and also repair this header and sell it. So yeah, repair that, repaint, and then sell for 40,700, and then the combine just repair for the time being. There we go, and that can now stay here for until next time when we need it again for the sunflowers. So I will park this up just over here, and then it can stay there, and then next time we'll get the sunflower header or corn header bought or leased and use that for the sunflower field, which is right behind me, so that's convenient. Oh, it will need some diesel though. It's quite low on fuel, so I'll have to fill it up at the yard before we start that, or try and remember. And then this needs to go to the mill for processing, so I'll get that done now. Okay, so it's now gone 5 PM, so I'm going to finish there. I just managed to get the field all baled, which I'm very pleased about, because I was worried that it was going to drag into another episode, but no, we've got that done. That's really good to finally get this field all baled. But it does need wrapping still, of course, so that'll be another full day next time, I should think, wrapping all these bales. It's taken me all day to bale them, so yeah, now it needs wrapping, and that'll probably take just as long, if not even longer, than the baling. Although next time we will have harvesting to do probably as well, September. I would imagine the sunflowers will be ready in September. It might not though, actually looking at it, it might be October. In which case, yeah, maybe next time I'll have a bit more time to sort other things out, like the sawmills and the baling, or the bale wrapping. Because yeah, this combining is so intense, it's very hard to keep on top of everything. But it would be nice to have a break from the combining actually next time and do some other things, because yeah, the last 2 or 3 episodes have just been harvesting pretty much, which is quite a lot. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.